We've had guys add 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds using these same very basic principles. Hey, it's Scott Haase with Healthy Velo, and today we're heading to the whiteboard to make sure that you know the 4 best ways possible for you to hop on the HV gain train, to add that weight, to be heavier than you've ever been, to throw harder than you've ever thrown, and to finally get to your full potential. We're gonna outline on that whiteboard steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 to practically guarantee that you're gonna add weight finally, maybe for the first time ever. So let's hop into the training. All right, let's take the train. We're gonna head right over to the whiteboard. Guys, it is this simple, 4 steps. Now, I didn't say it was gonna be easy, so do not, I swear, do not say, oh, I thought this was gonna be easy. It's very simple, meaning there's only 4 steps. But the hard work starts now. And it starts with what nobody wants to do. And we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get some real talk. You gotta have some sleep. You gotta get more sleep. Most guys say they get 6, 7, maybe 8 hours of sleep. And here's the deal. You, as an athlete, as much as you train, as much as you practice, and you exercise and work out, are nowhere near the average person. The average person, the average human is around 45 years old, give or take. The average human needs 8 hours of sleep. You are nowhere near 45. You are nowhere near sitting at a desk all day long like most 45-year-olds do. That also don't exercise. You just aren't anywhere near that. So you need 9 to 10 hours of sleep every single night. Think about a battery on your phone. You get your phone out. This is not a phone, but you get your phone out and you got to plug it in every single day and you got to keep plugging it in. It gets super annoying. Well, it gets super annoying when your battery isn't charged from the night before from not getting enough sleep. When you get enough sleep, you feel better in the morning. You have more energy, the chemicals, everything in your body, you just have more of it. So you can get more out of your day. And if you don't have enough sleep, you won't get enough out of anything that you're doing. And you'll always be behind and you'll wonder why it's so difficult, because it's already going to be challenging. And when it's challenging and you have success, it's incredibly rewarding. But when it's more challenging than it needs to be, we got to look here first. You've got to have enough sleep. Number 2, you guys have to have the data. How do you get the data? We've got 3 different things here in this little, it's not really an acronym, but kind of, I just put it all together. It's called JAP-AI or JAP-A or JAP-I, I don't know. So you gotta track it. If you don't have data, you don't know where you are, you don't know where you wanna be, you don't have any goals, then it's gonna be really difficult to ever get to wherever you want to get, which is hopping on the grain train and trying to add weight. Because with more sleep and more weight, you can be more powerful, you can recover more quickly, everything gets so much better, and that's when transformations happen. So the data comes from J, which stands for journaling. This is handwritten. This is old school, folks. This is for a lot of guys that don't want to put in the work, but you've seen it now through the World Series with Yamamoto, with Blake Snell. I remember first seeing it online, on TV years ago, not that long ago, but when JD Martinez was up for being a free agent when he was with my Tigers, and they panned in on him in the dugout, and they had him with his journal, and he was handwriting, and they said at least since his minor league days, after every single at-bat, he was in there journaling. Guys, if you haven't done so already, I know that you can throw harder. So if you want the exact drills and the program and plan that our guys use to add an average of 4 miles per hour, then make sure if you're in our training academy right now, you go ahead and upgrade to the premium membership. And if you're watching this video somewhere else, go to healthyvelo.com/training and make sure that you become a premium member to the Healthy Velo Online Training Academy, because we got your back and you're going to absolutely transform like you know you should have already, but something or someone has been holding you back, and that's not going to be us, because we're going to propel you forward and you're going to throw harder than you've ever thrown in your entire life. Now let's get back to the training. So if you guys want to gain weight and you don't know where you are and you don't know where you want to be and you don't know what you're doing, it's going to be really difficult without that data to have any progress. So step 1 is you gotta get the data. You can get that through journaling. There's a ton of apps out there. Well, the last one now, this is ridiculous, because I've been telling other guys, we've had guys add 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds using these same very basic principles. And now with ChatGPT, with using AI, you can literally just take a picture of every single meal, say, here's my breakfast, log the estimated calories. Because sometimes, I get it, you don't have all the calories and all the information. Sometimes you do, you just take a picture of that. You can literally just take a picture. You don't have to write it, you don't have to track it in the app or anything like that. Step 3 is you gotta eat more. I'm here to tell you, if you want to gain more weight, you have to eat more food. Yeah, it's that simple. And guess what? Have you ever heard people that are trying to lose weight and they talk about just how difficult it is? It's the same idea. It's the same concept. It's something they're not used to. It's something that is not in their regular schedule. And if it is not in your regular schedule to eat more food, guess what? It's going to be difficult. And then guess what? When you do see progress because you put in the hard work, it's freaking amazing. It's rewarding. It's transforming. You got to eat more. So you're going to be tracking it. You're going to have the data. You're going to know where you are. And the general guidelines are, you can look anywhere online. You can ask ChatGPT. You can ask MyFitnessPal. There's a ton of online calculators. And legally, I can't tell you exactly what to eat or exactly how many calories you should eat, but online, you can find those numbers. And then the general rule of thumb is number 1, to eat enough. And then if you want to break through your weight plateau on the scale, then we need to eat more. Usually the general recommendations and guidelines from registered dietitians that I've worked with in the past in one of my previous jobs was you add an extra or an additional 250 calories every single day for a week and see if it moves the needle or moves the scale. If it does, great, you keep it up with that. And if after a week it starts to slow down, then you go another 250 calories. So that's typically how it works. Can you go an additional 500 calories? Sure, but you need to know, number 1, what is the amount of calories I need to eat to just maintain? And then to add 1 pound a week, they recommend anywhere from 250 to 500 additional calories every single day. So if you needed 4,000 calories to maintain your weight, then according to what most people will recommend, you need to be getting 4,500 calories a day so that at the end of 1 week, you're up right around a pound. And then you stay at 4,500 calories until that starts to slow down. Then you can start to increment or add increments of 250 to 500 calories a day. And then again, track that every single week and check that out, because now maybe you're up to 5,000 to be able to add 1 pound a week. 1 to 2 pounds of weight gain is healthy per week. Anything above that, it's probably too much. Anything below that, well, that's not getting to where you want to be. So the math is pretty simple. Just eat more, 200, 500, 1,000 more calories in addition to what your norm is for what your maintenance is. And then you just track it and reassess every single week. And 1 pound a week over 15, 16 weeks, which is 4 months, which is very doable, very reasonable. There's gonna be weeks that you're down, weeks that you're up, gets you 16 pounds. 16 pounds from where you are now is unbelievably different. Your power levels, your weight room levels, everything you do, your ability to throw harder, work harder, train harder, just goes through the freaking roof. And this is how to do it. Number 4, we got to get some real talk. If this is overwhelming to you and you don't want to start, hey, no judgment here, but what I'm here to tell you is, then you probably don't have what it takes. So if you want to get more out of your velocity, more out of your fastball, more to your off speed, you want to get more innings, you want to get more looks from college coaches, from pro scouts, from the next pro scout, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. If you don't want to do this and you know it is something that you need to do because nutrition and weight haven't been a priority, but they need to be now, and you've been told repeatedly that you need to take care of this, but you're not doing it, then the real talk is you don't have what it takes. And again, that's okay. Not here to judge you, but I am here to tell you that this is what it takes. And if you want to get there, if you want to hop on the gain train, if you want to gain weight, if you want to get better, there are very simple step-by-step processes to do all of these things. And you have to do them though, right? Like you got to actually do them. So if you do, then you'll have momentum. Once you're consistent and you get momentum, you'll start to have success. With consistent momentum and success, you feel more confident. The more confidence you have with that consistent momentum and success, that's where the transformation happens. So if you're looking for that transformation, step 1, 2, 3 is really it. This 4th one is just to be a kick in your butt, because if you haven't done it now, now's the time to start. And if you are still here watching this video at the very end, just know that you are where most people won't be, so you can get to where most people don't. If you are continually, over and over, day after day, week after week, doing what most people won't, you're gonna get where most people don't. And I commend you for that, and make sure that you take action on what we're doing here today. You keep watching every single one of these videos. And if you're not already in our HV Training Academy, make sure you head to the link underneath here, or the one that should have already been flipped up here, healthyvelo.com/training, and we'll see you over there.